Hello everyone, this is MaffumanCasting, StarCraft. We got a 6-on-6 ship play action game starring Landy. Landy has on a very festive link right there for his Void Ray. Nuke Man coming on in. He's got 1.82 speed and TAC fighters. Actually, that does sound like a nuke to me eventually. Basically, we got Jasmander, has 4 laser batteries, definitely trying to farm. 1.61 speed, you know, respectable. And, 1 armor. Zulby with the XZ sounding thing has the very standard evolve upgrade. We got Mr. Universe coming on in. He's got secret missiles, actually more of a damage ability. So let's see if he goes up the middle like he should right there. Nice. Woogie has the carrier on the blue side right in the middle as well. Some people really say that isn't the best idea, and from how quickly his interceptor died, I kind of see why. Mono Dragon trying to protect his buddy. Mono Dragon has the longbow missiles, and Woogie's going to move on back. He's going to Woogie on out of there. He's going to make it back. He's going to be perfectly fine-ish, but he definitely has to go all the way back to base, and that's just time that he's not farming. We got Moriz coming on in. He's got that Psy Blast as an upgrade. Landy and Gainer are trading blows. Agammenus comes out the side with his carrier and has interceptors right there. Interceptor's going to help attack Gainer. Maybe not kill him, but put him into the danger zone. Zulby was in the right position, does try to slap him around. Blue side's definitely pushed it back a little bit, except for this like Man Bear Pig and Taco Master combination. Taco Master does have warp jump to get on out of there, and Leviathan can upgrade in field, but it's a 4 versus 6 apparently up here, and that is going to make it a little bit harder for the blue side to push on out. So except for Man Bear Pig and Taco Master, the blue side's not having the greatest time right now. But eventually, the red side is going to have to move on back, and when they do that, see this Raven already jumps on out of there. And he's fine now. He has 627. What's he ends up putting that into? We got some upgraded secret missiles. We got some upgraded sensors. He looks like he went for the system update. That's a good ability to get in the very beginning of the game. And it looks like that he's going to make some of us the difference. But you know who doesn't care? Man Bear Pig. Man Bear Pig's going to be a little like hungry hippo down there and take up all the money. Look at this, 1.81 speed. He's got some tentacles at 7. He's got 27 money still left over. He can't upgrade installations, but he can just keep on making his base ability stronger. But this is a question. He's going to move on out of there, and it looks like the entire red side is going to move on out away. Man Bear Pig is quite safe. He's going to even try to scare them off a little bit and slap them around and be right a little bit off sides. Looks like he's going to go for the other Leviathan. They're going to say kill, all team. And it looks like Mono Dragon's going to move on in. Man Bear Pig's going to do so much damage. Look at the differences. 20 armor and 1.81 speed versus, what's it called? That guy has nothing. And it looks like that is going to be plenty enough. 20 armor is a lot, especially for a Leviathan that did upgraded himself quite a little bit. So this counterattack of their own counterattack did not quite make it back. Nuke Man gonna do 1.82 speed. He's in the right position, but our Leviathan is 1.81 speed as well, so he can try to do some damage. He's gonna push on back. He's quite tanky. Ruby gonna move on in. He's only got interceptors, so he's like, I could try to attack, but it's not really my role right now. My role is just to get money. And it looks like, what are you doing back here, Taco Master? Taco Master, you have secret missile. You have Terran ship plating of steel, because you are in a weird position, and oh no, you're not. You have to get out of there with your 2.02 speed. 2.02 speed is faster than anybody. It's gonna be faster than Landy by a long shot. He luckily has blink, but it looks like he's gonna launch some things. Is the blue side able to attack? We got the Man Bear Pig in the back trying to run away. We got interceptors on there as well. And I don't think Taco Master's gonna have the same luck that the Leviathan did, and the Taco Master is not taken out. What? He's not taken out at all. There we go. Landy does commit himself to taking out Taco Master, because I guess he was super hungry, but now he's in a position where he's going to take out a whole bunch of damage. His blink's on cooldown, and looks like Gainer's going to move on back as well. We got a Nuke Man, and everybody on the red side saying, what just happened here? We got the Leviathan Man-Bear Pig just slapping around trying to take out Mr. Universe. Mr. Universe is the Raven. The one has 1.71 speed. It looks like Man-Bear Pig's gonna push, and it's trying to slap it with his tentacles and his armor, really relying on this because look how much health he has. Sure, he's in the orangey red, but Mr. Universe is almost dead, and it looks like he's just gonna stay right there. Man-Bear Pig's gonna use this slap of tentacles. He's gonna slap whatever he possibly can. I think he automatically default to shooting the farm first. And where is the rest of the blue side by his side? No, move on back. He has 2,000 life. Will that be enough? It probably is. Probably is right there. Jasmine Mandler. 1.61 speed's not quite enough. Man-Bear Pig, 524, not dead. Jasmine Mandler takes a whole bunch of damage from Gainer. Gainer has like blink, and he also has prismatic speed at 0.36. And it looks like he's gonna push on back. And it looks like Rookie's gonna try to do whatever he possibly can. He's like, hey, listen. I'm mostly there for interceptors, but if I'm the only person around, I'm going to also try to use my lasers. Gainer's going to gain on out of there. And doing a little like front backflip while he does it. And going to use blink whatever he possibly can, but Landy's going to blink on up there. He's going to try to commit to taking out Gainer, but he can't quite do it again. Beautiful Plague does make it Landy change his mind. Zulby coming on in. 1.71 speed, tentacles, you know. He just didn't have the same amount of time to develop as a Man-Bear Pig did. 1,500 life, 1,400 life. Mono Dragon gonna push on up. He's got those missiles, missiles at 88. No upgrades on his lasers just yet, and that's okay-ish for the next 2 minutes. So let's try to see if he hopefully can get back to base and farm. Beautiful Zappy from Morris as well. So he basically has 2 abilities and no farm. So he's really cutting it close. In the very beginning, very first 10 minutes, you can kind of do that, but you know, don't do it forever. Looks like Man-Bear Pig's gonna try to be even more piggish up here, trying to farm. He doesn't really care about attacking people. He wants to farm. He's got his 1 ability. That's good. Let's see if we go back to base if he has the adaptive armor. He does. He has adaptive armor. When he is beyond certain thresholds, he gets more armor. So the more hurt he is, the more armored he gets up to a certain point. So he went back to base and got that. That's a great ability. Making your tanks even more tanky. Ronald Dragon, gonna push on back. He's gonna have to retreat. He's gonna basically run away from the Secret Missile forever. Defensive Matrix is right there as well. And we got Agammenus in danger right now with his 9 interceptors. Luckily, Zulby was by his side to slap away some interceptors as well from Ruby. Ruby has warp in for interceptors. Zulby's gonna take a side blast to the face. Interceptor's gonna chase down somebody, but there's just so many people. Agammenus is gonna be in a position where he's gonna take all one damage. We got Zulby being hurt by Gainer. Gainer's gonna dive on in, and try to hurt him down. Zulby is still alive. Landy gonna try to see what happens. We got Man-Bear Pig now coming on in, being too thick. He still has his ability. He's gonna use it right now to heal himself while he's taking damage. Jazz Mambler, no Gatling cannons because he just has not had enough time to really go back to base. He has 1.82 speed, so that's great against running away, but not so good if you want to do some damage. We got Nuke Man, no nuke. Has 6 long gun missiles and a prayer because he has a defensive matrix by Mr. Universe. Mr. Universe is giving him all the shields he could possibly give, as well as his defensive matrix. Launching a secret missile to just do something against somebody. Ronald Dragon taking it. Any target's a good target, I guess. We got Jazz Mambler running away. He has 68 money. Then he's going to do some damage. He's going to try to attack Gainer, but he doesn't have quite the ability. Nuke Man going to have to make not do that. Actually, he has a fire suppression system. So he had a fire suppression system before he went for a Biosteel, which is fine. I mean, hey, maybe he didn't have the money at the time. They're saying, guys, don't target the levy. Why? Because he's too thick. He does take a secret missile, but the rapid regeneration is just a little bit too much right now. Looks like Zulby is going to move on up. He's going to try to do as much damage as possible against the entire blue side, but I think they all said they have quite enough. Gainer saying, whoopies, let's get out of there with my blink. Because he doesn't want to get caught off guard with you know, Zulby's right there. And it looks like Man-Bear is going to preemptively heal because he knows he's probably going to take the secret missile program. You can rapid regenerate while you're taking damage, as opposed to something like the repair bots on Jazz Mambler, which he doesn't have. You can heal yourself preemptively, and that is super helpful. So let's see what the blue side goes back for. Now that they're kind of like all together, then you have a time to breathe and take a little small Mountain Dew break. Morris is gonna just, you know, he has 330. Wooby has 314. We got 354 from Ronald Regan, and we got Man Bear Pig, who just, you know, who can heal, you know, upgrade in combat. What would be good to get? I mean, it's not like you can just say, okay, well, I'm just gonna win with Tempest because there's a carrier there. Vortex could be an option. He's a little bit too forward for it right now. So, but I mean, like, at this point, you know, what wouldn't be a good idea? Gator, you know, he's gonna try to use his charge and blink and stuff like that. Honestly, it's sort of a question of, like, right now, we just have to go with the normal upgrades and see what happens. Mr. Universe using that defensive matrix against, on his own buddy. Nuke Man does not go for the nuke right now. May not even be a good idea. Ruby gonna take a whole bunch of damage. Jazz Mambler gonna push all that because Gatling cannons are not upgraded, but that's okay at this point. Maybe he goes back and uses some of that 266 for a for something. But it looks like Ronald Reagan's gonna push on up 7 missiles versus Nuke Man's 7 missiles, so that's actually even. It looks like Moriz is going to do some damage as well. He's gonna hit the Leviathan. Anything you do to do some extra damage is fine right there. And it looks like the red side of like staying in this area. Now they have a Man Bear Pig back at base. He's gonna get very fat. Yes, he is. 1900 life. You start off at 1400 life, and then you keep on upgrading it right there. Zulby gonna take a whole bunch of damage. He has 1750, so he's not like unupgraded. It's not like you know, they're not comparable at all, but it's still just like a league of his own right there. Really able to just solo farm. I'm not sure if I even support solo farming in general, but man, is it helpful in this game right now. We got red team moving on back. They've all moved out to the same area. This is the map with the rocks in the middle, which you can actually Void Ray blink through, which is pretty neato. But it looks like we got some hot Void Ray on Void Ray action here right now. Landy versus Gainer, and Ronald Draken kind of coming on and saying, "Hey, can I join this party?" And now it's like way too complicated for some Void Ray action, so they all retreat. Void Rays are basically like slapping each other down with their you know, beams, having a beam fight, and too many people came to spoil the beam fight. Looks like more is kabam. Beautiful Plague does hit both the Mr. Universe and Landy, and does also land, whoa, a side blast as well. Ruby gonna come on in, he's gonna launch his interceptors, gonna move his interceptors back over here, says, I wanna farm instead. Screw attacking. Farming. No, Man Bear Pig, don't slap my interceptors running away. He has to move his interceptors away. They do have a range as well, but, you know, you can actually tell them to move around. Landy's kind of pointing out the obvious that tanks are tanky. You know, the Levy is just going to keep on doing damage, and he has so much armor that I feel like they are trying to have to focus on somebody else. There we go. Gatling cannons at 6, 58 damage at 0.29. And 1.82 speed, so he's actually a super quick Destro. Destros start off slower, but you can upgrade them. He spent the $400 to get the 1.82 speed. That's about as fast as he's going to get. I mean, you know, you could upgrade it more, but you probably won't. Agammenus is going to try to do some damage against Gainer. Gainer going to just rely on his charge. He uses charge to do extra damage against the interceptors, and that's actually kind of good to do because these interceptors are at 7 armor. Hey, 7 armor. And it looks like, you know, they are just going to have to, like, get a few damage as well. 40 damage. Blue side's moving up the middle. We got a secret behind him? Yes, because the entire blue side was chased away by a singular angry raven. And now Jazz Mambler is in the perfect position. Jazz Mambler is going to be in a position where he can use his Gatling cannons at range 8 to just attack everybody as well. No, stay with him. He can stay with them very easily because he has the armor to do so. Beautiful Beach Ball of Sadness from Gainer to do that. And it looks like the Jazz Mambler is going to move on in through all of that. But the blue side does make it back to base. They do make it back to base because they just have so many people, and they're all together. And even though they have lost one, you know, it's just not quite enough. Zulby gonna move on in. Beautiful Plague being hit. Or we get to play good anybody you possibly can. Levies are Zerg ships, they can heal, but, you know, still just that amount of damage is good. It looks like Gainer is going to get yeah, locked down by the Nuke Man. Nuke Man, I think I actually agree with lockdown a lot more than Nuke at this point. I love Nuke. Man-Bear Pig is super thick, and lockdown doesn't affect the Zerg ships, but everybody else is pretty important. You don't want to forget about them. And it looks like Zulby is going to be slapped around by Man-Bear Pig. Man-Bear Pig's going to move on out of there. Back regeneration does help him get on out there. Zulby moving back. Doesn't have any abilities. Oh no. Doesn't have any abilities. He should probably spend some of that 319 on like something. Probably like rapid you know, regeneration. Ooh, now that's an ability I haven't seen in a long time. Corruption. Corruption's fantastic. Covers the target enemy in massive unit in Zerg Slime. Increasing the damage it takes by 25%. Plus you get an extra 1% Bioswarm upgrade. So even though he only has one, you know, he does 25% extra damage with his tentacles. Plus, then if you press the frenzy button, he's doing much more. So you're just super slappy. Gainer, going to find out how annoying it is to be locked down when there's interceptors chasing you, and you can't press any buttons, you don't have any abilities, and will that actually be enough to take him out? Nuke Man has missiles at 109 damage each time, the interceptors are pretty darn good as well, so boom! Gainer was taken out by a combination of Agammenus as well as Nuke Man. Lockdown for the win. But now, Man-Bear Pig's right behind him, he's angry, he's going to get slappy, and he's going to try to slap down somebody. Beautiful double defensive matrix right there is going to definitely help the team. But now, but Agammenus is in the area where he's now saying, hey, where's my defensive matrix? And Mr. Universe only repaired 220 shield. That's actually pretty decent. And Man-Bear Pig's going to take a whole bunch of damage, and he is in a Leviathan with 6,000 life left. And will that be enough? We got Agammenus moving on back, he got back, and he has to get back to base. And Man-Bear Pig is going to take a whole bunch of damage, 3,000 life. Another couple of rounds of missiles could take him out, and we got Landy moving on in. And Man-Bear Pig is still alive and kicking, but is that be enough? Jesus! With a G. Landy moving on up. He's got so much hope to kill this Leviathan. It finally goes down. More is going to have to go down as well. The red side pushes up, slaps around the Leviathan after a crazy dive. And Ronald Regan is saying, okay, well, what just happened? Now we have 2 people when they have 6? When we were supposed to get a kill right there? We got a Ruby being slapped around by Zulby. Zulby now the strongest of all the Leviathans that are alive. And he's just going to use his 11 tentacles, 52 damage against this carrier. This carrier has no chance of getting back to base. Nuke Man's going to ensure that with his longbow missiles. Ruby, he doesn't even have the energy. Now he can possibly use it against Ronald Regan. Ronald Regan only has like scanner sweep, so it's not the most important thing. But it looks like everybody on the blue side is almost dead, and everybody on the red side is like encouraged by that crazy pick-up victory to save their friends. Agammenus is going to warp on in. He has a warp in, so once the interceptors die, he can replace them super easily. So look, he can just use it against this tower. This tower is going to shoot his interceptors down 100 damage per shot, taking him out in 2 shots. But he doesn't really care. He can press the button. Press the button, get more interceptors. No big dealio. We got Ronald Regan. He only has scanner sweep, so he can detect cloak, which was helpful like 3 minutes ago. And now it's just like, okay, so now my ship has to be the everything to everybody, not everything at all. And Landy's gonna slow walk it up there. He's got the blink and the doesn't have warp actually. Does not even have warp. But more is left of the game. And it looks like you know, the red side is just trying to farm up as much as possible. Mr. Universe is sitting there with his secret missile, and you know, they're really just unsure. Now it doesn't really look like they're super committing to attacking this warp prism, and that's okay. I think I might have pushed it. But yeah, without lockdown, he could not have killed Gainer. But right now, the carrier's interceptors are, you know, would have to sacrifice themselves to the warp prism. The Leviathan would have to take damage. Mr. Universe can only launch secret missiles for, you know, forever. But Zulby would have to take a whole bunch of damage. He has seen the Leviathans are not necessarily immortal. So it looks like now possibly they might go for the go for the warp prism, but it's really just a question of that. He's using his lockdown. He doesn't know that the only ability that Ronald Regan has is scanner sweep, because when you click on a ship, you don't see what they have in this section. You only see what they have down here. So he sees that he has missiles. Agammenus launching his interceptors. Warp Prism doing the best he possibly can. But eventually, now they're in the health. Zulby could move on in and launch something. Bioswarm's not upgraded, but Tentacles certainly are. We got Sky Furies making it late to the party. They're not. You can't tell them to shoot the injured Warp Prism, but you know, at this point, what can Ronald Reagan do? Not much. He has defensive shields, so he can stay alive a little bit longer. Make them work for it, which is perfectly fine as well to do. But now these Sky Furies are just slapping away at the Warp Prism. There's really nothing that Dragon can do because it's not like he can like nuke something. Even a singular nuke wouldn't stop them. Zulby's gonna take damage from the Mothership right here, because the Mothership, until this is powered down, is still a pretty big threat. And he's gonna take about half his damage, but then he's gonna be up by his friends. And Mr. Universe is gonna use his defensive matrix, and boom, towers out. Mothership no longer shoots interceptors. So these interceptors from which are upgraded to 20 are even more dangerous. And it looks like the attack fighters are going to move on up. And this is pretty much just a slow death for Dragon. And it looks like he's going to die. He does have his defensive shield. He has to go back. It gives him 20-50 extra life. But, it's really just... it's just gonna like slowly move on down. We even got a super missile down. Just a question of whether Dragon will stay alive or the Mothership. I would consider if Dragon can stay alive and the Mothership dies as Dragon, surviving. They all agree to disagree. We go home and practice social distancing. But let's see if they actually allow that. 13 laser battery upgrades. He's prepared for like surprise interceptors. I don't, that's fine. 8 range, he's certainly ready. Dragon's gonna take a whole bunch of damage. Agammenus doesn't have anything more than just the warp prism or warp in and interceptors. And it looks like as far as the Motherships goes, it's almost in the shields, or almost done with shields. Because the Mothership healing is actually really good. It looks like the red side is like not trying to overcommit. Jasmine Manville doesn't have siege or something like that, which maybe is kind of good. We got a nuke from Nuke Man. We got a nuke from Nuke Man. Nuke. Boom. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys send your replays to MaffumanCasting@gmail.com to watch your games here. Press like, press subscribe. We're doing StarCraft Star Battle all the time. And the Mothership goes down soon.